Hi, so can you introduce yourself?
I'm Mary Jane, and this is Rowdy.
And can you tell me a little bit about Rowdy, where you got him?
I got him from a hobby breeder.
Tell
Not the smartest decision I made.
me why.
He was not bred for temperament. When I got him, he was 6 weeks old, which was a little early. But he was calm, chill, sleeping, little angel baby. Woke up the next morning, it was like a live wire.
You just switched,
Yeah,
huh?
it was just a switch.
He's a crazy boy
He
now,
was
too.
crazy. Yeah.
So, and then, like, what did you do about that? You realized he was a lot to handle?
He was a lot to handle. He was impossible to burn his energy off. Started working on the training right away. Sit, stay down, all of the basics. And he got those. But he didn't have impulse control.
Right.
You know, he would just be off and chewing on, you could probably pan over there and see where he'd shoot my TV stand there.
Yeah.
And I can move the crate and you can see a big hole in my wall, and he chewed through. He was in the crate and chewed the wall. So he was a little destructive. He had to be watched 24/7.
So, what was your first way to solve that problem?
When he was 4 months old, I called a training place out in Wellington, Loxahatchee area, and it was a 10-day boot camp. It was really expensive, and they said you have to wait. He had to be 6 months old. So I was not happy.
Right.
And I gritted my teeth. We just got through it and was really excited when I dropped him off. I'm like, it's gonna be great. And I had a list of all the things, to make a list of all the things. So I made a list. And I picked him up 10 days later, and the only thing he came home was the place. And he wouldn't even stay there. Like, I could put him on place, and he would just apparently forget and just walk off and do his own thing. So we really got no relief at all. But I did keep using the place, and I kept on him. We have the e-collar, and he naps on the place. So sometimes he was just walk off thinking, oh, I just had a nap, I'm out of here. And no, I put you there. Did somebody release him?
Right.
My husband John and I, we talk all the time. He'll say, did you release him? Yeah, I released him.
So, would you say that first time was like no big waste of money?
Was what?
Would you say that first time was like a big waste of money?
Oh, absolutely.
So, what made you choose me?
So, I have to say, my whole family's military. My son is military, and I found you on Nextdoor, and military.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that was the first plus. And I just said, you know what? Let me give her a try. And I didn't have any referrals. I didn't have.
Right.
You were kind of new.
Yep.
Back then, just getting started in this area, and
Brand new to the gardens area, so I didn't have any people from gardens to reference me.
And I did the evaluation with you. And from that evaluation, I got tools right away. In that first evaluation, I came home, started using the tools, and then met you at the beach. You had a little open house at the beach.
Yep, free.
A couple weeks later.
Yeah, like a free.
A free little evaluation, basically. So we went, and we didn't really do the evaluation, but we worked on the stuff you had already given me.
Right.
With him while we were there. And I came home, and I saw what you were doing with the other dogs. And I came home and I told my husband, we're gonna, sign him up.
Right. And I'd actually made a little bit of a joke earlier. I said if I had a nickel for every time somebody didn't believe I could fix their dog.
Right.
No,
he place. Good boy. Rowdy down. He's getting a little antsy. Good boy. Let's stay. So
we
started working with you, and it was probably a week later. You had me meet you at Petco. We went to Petco down the street, and literally took him off leash, put him on a downstay, and I walked away.
Within that first week.
Aisle, he couldn't see me, and I came back and he was still there. I was shocked.
Right.
like crazy. I think you have a video of that actually.
I do. I'll
Yeah.
probably edit it in here.
And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Right.
And by the time we were kind of done with the training, he was so much better in so many areas. Still had impulse control. And I think the last holdout, by the time we were done with our sessions, was visitors. He was just really excited.
So who we had come over? We had your mom.
My mom, my grandkids, my daughter. Like it didn't matter. When my clients came over, I had to put them in the crate. It
Right.
was just not going to happen the whole time. And my other Australian Shepherd used to lay in the room with us while I was doing my clients. And even my other dog, Tucker, chilled. And this one, there was no way. None. My clients didn't even get to know him. I'm retired now, but yeah.
And it was really frustrating, especially when we brought mom over and we had to really hammer his
Yes.
impulse control.
Yes.
Right. And that's
you
probably
worked for a long time. Like I think the first visit with you here helping was maybe an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, my program is basically dependent on results, so not time limits. I give estimates, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this will take me, us about this long, but it's specifically the problem that you came to me with. You paid me for that problem, right? So we're not done until we solve that problem.
Oh, he had problems.
And
yeah, so that was the last holdout was visitors. And my mom moved away, so she no longer comes over, but my grandkids, they're 12 and 7. And when they come over, he's a little excited at the beginning. He doesn't jump up. He kind of circles and he's excited, pet me. But then he calms down and he's able to mingle with the family and whatever we're doing. And, he gets calm. I can put him on place and he'll stay there now, which he did not before.
did you ever think that we'd be able to shut his brain down and
No.
calm him down to this level?
No. And I think I told you when you got here today, when I do laundry, he puts himself on place. When he sees me start folding laundry or whatever, he will lay there until I release him.
Right.
And when I make my bed every morning, he will do a downstay on his own at my bedroom door, open bedroom door. I don't have to ask him to do it. He just does it.
Right.
So he's not in my way. Because he used to be all up underneath my feet. And he's not allowed in the kitchen. And he knows. And he stops right at that threshold.
And we did it all without suppression. We just
No.
we just changed his drive into other channels. You know what I'm saying?
Redirect the energy.
Which is what sticks more. That's why you get the results you do, because we still let him be crazy, just at more appropriate times and places, right?
Right.
So overall, would you say you're satisfied? Would you recommend me? Yeah.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. And our household is very peaceful now. This never would have happened before.
Right. I'm really happy you were happy with my results and everything. I'm glad I got to work with you. And yeah, so just like she said, just, come work with me. I got you.
Yes. She's got you.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.